Welcome back, my darlings, my beautiful collective. You caught me just in the nick of time. This is going to be our Oracle Tarot combo, where we're starting off with the Angels and Ancestors deck, and then we're going to transition to the Star Trek The Next Generation deck, boldly going where no one has gone before, right? So let's see where we start here. What is our starting energy with our angels and ancestors? What messages and collective wisdom do they have for us today? Our starting energy, autumn. Maybe autumn time might be significant. I love the crows. Crows are very significant for me, or blackbirds, ravens, very significant here. Release the old and rest. So what is something that, like the leaves of autumn, need to just fall away? You know, when you allow that which is no longer serving, which are those leaves, as the trees start to go into a state of hibernation and preservation, right? So those leaves which were once vital to making food and helping the plant survive and to sustain it, you know, life goes through a cycle where we have to change with the seasons. And what are you holding on to that you need to let fall? So that way, come the spring, there could be new life and revitalization. Air Guardian, shift your perception. Maybe we need a change of perspective. And with that air energy, to be a bit more fluid and, you know, going with the flow. See where the wind would take you. Peacekeeper. This one says, let go of the need to be right. Okay? We don't always have to be right, but we do have to be present. Wise one, grow within your current situation. What is your current situation trying to teach you? What lessons are there? The owl, wisdom. What wisdom have you gained or must you gain from your current situation? Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. And Fire Guardian, ignite your passions. Interesting. So we have earth and fire and air. Those placements may be significant. We also have, let's take this one too. I feel called to it when I saw it. The Heart Guardian. So this one says, love and let yourself be loved. Very interesting. The only element we don't have on the board right now is water. But we do have air, earth, and fire. So that might be very interesting. Maybe the absence of water may be significant, or maybe whoever this whoever this reading pertains to may have strong earth, wind, or fire placements. That's definitely my case. In my natal chart, the thing that I have the least amount of is water. You also have the Sun card. This says, enjoy success and happiness. Okay. Let's take these. We have a few popping out. Okay. So we have the great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. Okay. If you don't have a spiritual mentor or guide, maybe consider, if you feel like you need one, consulting with someone. Of course, I do that, but if you're not resonating with me, there are also many other guides that can help you along the way. So pick someone that you have confidence in, and someone that can help guide you towards your best and highest path. We also have the Lord. This would be akin to the Emperor. Take charge with authority. And interesting that we have the Lady coming out at the same time. This one says, enjoy growth and reap rewards. So the Lord and Lady, the Emperor and the Empress, coming out in the Oracle. Very interesting. And then right behind it, it says the shaman. Trust in higher forces. In a way, one could even say that that might be the Hierophant as it relates, but a more natural like version of it, more in tune with the earth. And then we have White Witch. Be the light. Be a source of light for others. The bottom of the deck, it says Snake. Shed old skin. It kind of goes back to that theme. The very first card with Autumn. Release the old and rest was that message. So shed old skin. What are you holding on to that is preventing your evolution and your growth here? Whatever that is, let it go. Let's now turn our attention and focus to the tarot. So as we gather our cards, pick them up, we're going to ask Spirit, what do we need to know for today? Where does our tarot journey take us? So let's join the crew of the USS Enterprise NCC 1701D and let's find out where we're traveling today. Okay. Spirit, what is our starting energy here? What is our starting energy? Wow. Okay, so we have a lot of cards that flew out. In fact, too many. So let's do this. I tell you what, we were going to do a Celtic cross, but let's do more of a freestyle read. We haven't done one of those in a while, and with as many cards as has popped out, maybe we can make sense of this message here. All right, let's start with this. Ace of Swords. Brand new beginning when it comes to truth and or clarity. This would be the Page of Wands, the Page of Cloaks here. All right, so there is a brand new start with truth or clarity. Page cards can be messengers or messages of the suit, passion, desire. So there is a brand new start that's happening. There's truth or clarity being offered. Whatever this is, it is something that maybe like a spark, a raw spark of passion, or it can be about something that is creative, something that's going to get you excited. With that, we also have quite a few interesting cards that came out as well. We also have the Page of, this would be Pentacles, the Page of Latinum. So in this particular case, we have this brand new start, something that's going to excite the passions, but also Page of Pentacles, something that you may have been learning how to do. This energy here can not only apply to love, but it can also apply to something that you're like a work project, right? What are you really excited about to learn and to get off the ground here? And maybe this is like involving a business or, or maybe even a hobby that if you channel your energy, this hobby may become a secondary source of income, right? We have the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Fool. So we've got the Fool, the Empress, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. The Fool card is telling us to take a leap of faith, right? This is something that may be hard for us to do. Maybe we don't want to put ourselves out there. Maybe we are a bit scared about having this fresh start, right? What if we fail? What if it doesn't go right? What if? But the Empress is telling us that we are birthing a whole new cycle. She is the symbol of fertility here. So interestingly enough, where we had this Ace of Swords, this brand new beginning with truth or clarity, maybe even this idea, and the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. both saying that, there's creative energy here and even perhaps a financial energy. So whatever you're doing, this idea of tweaking this passion could lead to an increase in finances. You just have to have the Fool card. You have to have this trust that it can and will get off the ground. Or, even if this relates to a relationship, you have to trust that whatever you're starting to see, or these passions that you're starting to feel, will make their way into the tangible, into reality here. But again, the Fool card is needed. You have to have this trust here. The Empress, like I said, talks about the start of a brand new cycle here, birthing a whole new cycle. The Empress is, again, the image of fertility, and she not only gives birth to physical things, right, like children, but also can give birth to ideas or relationships. Queen of Pentacles energy. So whatever this, if it is a project that it might lead to additional money, it may help you to secure yourself as the Queen of Pentacles. She has everything that she could possibly ever ask for. Same with the Empress, right? They both embody this idea of life of luxury, life of abundance. So whatever this is, I feel like it will lead to abundance. But also the way you're going to receive this, there's a very heavy message in the Divine Feminine here of you don't have to do anything. It's about not a state of doing, but a state of being. You have to be in this energy of peace and be in this energy of knowing and understanding what your worth and your value is. So that way your vibration is just going to go out there into the universe and say, hey, this is who I am. This is what I'm worth. Now, universe, please send me what is mine. And the universe is going to respond in kind and going to send you what you desire. And honestly, Knight of Cups, what you desire is going to find you, whether it be love, whether it be something that you love, it's going to come your way, right? Let's see what's next. Two of Cups. This could very well be about a relationship. This would be about perhaps a soulmate or a deep soul tie connection, maybe even twin flame if you resonate with the label. Whatever this is a connection that is built very strongly on love, right? Or it just may be something, you might even fall in love and find bits of yourself that were missing. This is very much reflection energy, or, even like very symbiotic energy. Two parts of a whole. Can even be, yin and yang kind of energy here. The Seven of Cups. Okay, so the Seven of Cups talks about decisions. You may have a decision to make. Or this may be something that you've dreamed of. Maybe these ideas are coming to you in your dreams. The Seven of Cups kind of, it can mean choices, but it can also mean that dreamy energy, right? Something that you've been dreaming of, something that you've been fantasizing of, something that you've been wanting. But almost like something that may be like veiled or out of, like not completely seeing it correctly or not knowing. There's a bit of mystery or a bit of something hidden that you may not understand about this. You may also be waiting for an opportunity here. The Eight of Swords, maybe you're overthinking something too when it comes to whatever this is, whether it be a relationship, whether it be your passion. Maybe this is something that you've been dreaming of, hoping that it's going to come in, and you're just overthinking it to death. That analysis paralysis is what's stopping you from moving forward. You're so caught up on the how is this ever going to work, instead of thank you, universe, for giving me the opportunity to try my hand at this. And I feel like that's what this is about. Let me pick up the card that flew in agreement. Okay, so the card flying out in agreement with us is the Temperance card. So the first thing that I see with this, of course, is Spock and his famous quote, logic, or something that's logical. Temperance, it can be Sagittarian energy. So this is in a way, Sagittarius is concerned with some big picture items, big ticket items, like things of concerning philosophy or spirituality, right? Big picture kind of questions here. But it's also about alignment. It's about, you know, getting into that vibration of what belongs to us, or maybe coming onto that same page with that which belongs to us. But how are we going to do that? This is done by first finding what is true for us, matching with the vibration of our true and higher soul and purpose, right? So once we match with that vibration, basically anything that was assigned to us or contracted to us is going to start finding its way to us. Okay. So it's about seeking balance here. Nine of Swords. Again, there is this energy of worry. You know, we did talk about worry before. You know, that might be what's keeping you stuck. Maybe, I mean, there's a bit of healing, I feel, that still needs to happen here for us. But there is this energy of worry or lack, you know. What am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? Or, you know, should I take that risk? This is definitely a test of faith. This is the Five of Pentacles, or the Five of Latinum in this deck. So every bit of this energy of, you know, your faith is being tested, your worth is being tested, testing you mentally, physically, can be. Do you believe? Do you believe that you're capable? Do you believe that you're worthy? And the Star card tells us that we are. The Star card tells us to have hope, have faith. This is also very much Aquarius energy, right? Believe in miracles. Wesley here was the prodigy on the Enterprise, and wound up doing great things. So every bit of, you know, believe in miracles. Believe that you can have what you want, that you can reach those dreams, that you can touch the stars, as it were, or become one. Yeah. See, I feel like that's what this is about. When you change your mindset and realize that you can do anything, look at what comes out next. The Ten of Pentacles. This is the happily ever after. This is total tangible fulfillment here. This is you getting everything that you've ever asked for. The house, the spouse, the kid, the car, whatever that means for you, right? You getting it all. Interesting. So this is a bit of Virgo energy with the Hermit. I feel like with this, you have to internalize this. You have to, at a certain level, internalize this vibration, this belief that you can have it all, you are worthy of having this, that it is possible. And when you internalize that, when you go deep within, you seek it, you search it out, you realize that it's possible, that it's true, and you embody it. That's when I think you're going to start to see all of this come out in your physical reality. Six of Cups is talking about nostalgia, perhaps a little bit looking back at the past. It can also be a wish fulfillment. Something that you know that your soul has resonated with since beyond your time here. I feel like this is a deeper soul calling and soul mission here. And once you awaken to that, once you realize that, and really vibrate with your soul's true purpose, nothing can stop you, right? This is the energy of unstoppable. Knight of Pentacles. But I do feel like you do need to trust the process. This is a bit of, it's going to take time. You're not going to achieve all of this overnight. No way. But it is worth investing the time to reap the reward. The Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady. It is about consistency. When you consistently invest in yourself And when you're consistent to making these moves and these changes for your benefit, you're eventually going to reap those rewards. This is very Saturnian energy here. King of Swords. So the King of Swords talks to us about the need to be either logical minded, to either see things clearly, or even to communicate clearly as well. This is someone who is well versed in strategy and being tactical minded, right? Six of Swords says, in a way too, I feel like there's this observation energy. But when I think of the King of Swords, right, I think of observation, learning, and then carefully planning and doing according to what you've learned. So this really gives a mind of study, but at a master level. Know that whatever you've been studying here, whatever has led you here, continue to observe, tweak, and redo it, synthesize it in such a way that helps you to get better. This is about perfecting, not perfection, right? Perfecting by studying and analyzing a situation and getting better each and every time. It's about efficiency. It's about gaining traction here, right? Okay. The Six of Swords, I forgot to say that. It's about moving on to calmer waters. Again, it's going to take time for all of this to happen. With the Four of Cups, this is a little bit of that energy of, you know that you're not exactly where you want to be, right? This is the energy of something is missing, not all your needs being met, or not being fully satisfied here. And, I get that. I look at life as a lifelong learning opportunity. Who wants to be stagnant, right? Who wants to not go anywhere or do the same old routine day in, day out for the rest of your life? That doesn't seem fun to me. I'm a Sagittarian. I need variety. I need spice. I need, what are we doing today kind of energy, not same old crap kind of energy. Whatever this is, I would say just don't get stuck in this energy of not being fulfilled. Do something about it. But understand that where you're at with this Four of Cups, it's not your final resting place. Seven of Pentacles says that the seeds have been planted for our manifestations. And we still have maybe a little bit of ways to go, but we are going to harvest what we're asking for. Let's take a last couple of cards here, or several cards. We're going to take what we've got in our hand, right? Okay. The Moon card is asking us to release things that have been holding us back, that are no longer serving us. The Moon card also may ask us to get in touch with our emotions, our hopes, our fears, and our dreams. But also not to let that hold us back, but let it guide us. The Six of Wands. Maybe there is this element too of something that's hidden that's going to be brought out into the public view. Maybe that's what this energy is that has been planted, right? What was hidden is going to be made known. But the Six of Wands also indicates victory and success. I feel like that's what we're hoping for. Look at the last two cards that we're ending on. We've got the Lovers and the Sun. I feel like all of this transformation here has been pushing us towards a question. Okay, a decision. And that decision may actually be in love. The Sun card tells us that it's going to be a yes. That we're going to get what we've asked for. We're going to be happier than we can ever have possibly imagined. The energy at the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups has two meanings, as I feel that it relates to this reading. Number one, Open yourself up to receiving love. That is the number one, right? And a cautionary tale is, don't overgive, because that's her kind of like one of her one of her biggest, can't talk, biggest drawbacks, or deficiencies, deficits. I can't think of the word. Character flaws, if anything else, right? One of her biggest character flaws is overgiving, right? So in order for this to all happen the way that it's supposed to, there's this very delicate balance of being in the present moment, putting into place the lessons that you've learned of the past, giving to a situation but not overgiving, being true to yourself and being vulnerable, and also allowing your person to come correct and to come like that as well. And I feel like that's this secret to your success, is trusting in this process, trusting how everything is meant to work here, and that everything is working out for your benefit. This is quite a long message. I apologize. Sending you all peace, love, and light. Until next time.